Hello YouTube, I've come in front of the camera today because I want to talk about something a little bit serious and I want you to sort of be able to see me and stuff like that. So what I'd like to talk about is anxiety and depression in wargaming and stuff. Some of you will know this, some of you won't. I actually suffer from depression and anxiety quite badly. I'm not doing this video for attention and everybody to go, oh, poor Chris and all the rest of it, because no, I don't want that. What I wanted to try and do was just help anyone else out there that has similar problems and stuff, because over the last year I've kind of tried to turn it around quite a lot, and I'm doing this video now because I'm just about to go to Salute, which, if you don't know, is one of the big sort of wargaming things in the UK. And that would not have been possible without some of the stuff I've done this year and some of the wonderful people that I have got to know. I know with depression and stuff like that, the hardest thing, and anxiety as well, the hardest thing, or one of the hardest things, is people just saying, get over it, just do it, it's not that hard, and everything else. Close analogy is sort of, and this is an extreme analogy, so forgive me, it sounds a bit silly, but it sums it up, is having your foot cut off and people telling you to just grow another foot and get over it, and you can use willpower to grow another foot. Sometimes it's not that easy. I know that, and I'm not just being glib when I give the following advice, okay? But what I found was you need to have that push and the drive to do it. I'll give a bit of background. I've been in wargaming for years and years and years, many years, and stuff like that, and I've always very been into painting and stuff like that. Literally with anxiety and depression, painting really helps me. It's something you sit down, you relax, you just get on with it, and it gives you something to do rather than sitting there worrying and feeling I still feel and sometimes the stuff I paint to me looks absolutely rubbish, but that's the nature of painting, to be honest, and can only be compounded by depression. I used to play a fair amount. I used to be able to go down to the local GW and I would actually help out running games and things like that for sort of the younger people and things like that. But when depression and anxiety hits, it can be awful being in that situation. I don't do large crowds of people that well, it really freaks me out, and if it gets too noisy or anything like that, oh dear, it's bad. So there are times when that can rule it out. I used to be known as the walking rule book and could do every single rule in 40k and stuff, but there are times when you're playing against someone and you know what the rule is and stuff like that, but you just don't want to say it because the panic takes over and the fact that you could be wrong and then look stupid kicks in, and so it's a difficult one. So I kind of stopped doing that and was gaming round people's houses, and this was literally my closest friends and stuff, which was fine, it worked well, it's all good. We're actually now in the process of setting up a gaming group, which is awesome, but that's a different thing. But over the last year, literally the last year or so, I've started sort of talking about the hobby on Facebook. I've started posting YouTube videos and things like that, which is something I never would have done ever before. I mean, I was on Facebook for years and there was no mention of hobby at all. I didn't interact with gamers or anything like that. Part of that was because I was worried about my normal friends seeing what I get up to and stuff like that. I don't tend to give away a lot about myself to many people, you know. It just doesn't happen, because I used to get bullied a lot and stuff, and it kind of got drummed into me that the less people know about you, the less ammunition they've got. But that's really, really silly if I say it myself. So last year I started posting things that I'm painting and interacting with people, and I managed to get a very, very good group of friends together. They're all wonderful. I'm getting to meet some of them this weekend, which will be amazing. I've also got some fantastic other friends that are not going to Salute, but they're brilliant and I absolutely love them. You know who you are if you're watching this. I'm not going to name names because it'll take too long and everything else. But just by starting to talk to people, I started to relax about hobbying a bit more, and was able to post pictures and stuff like that. And then I started chatting to a few people who did YouTube videos, and they were very supportive and really helped me do that, which led to me being able to talk about the hobby rather than just type about it. And then I started going down to sort of the friendly local shop. I still don't necessarily do Games Workshop anymore, but that's by the by. And it was just a process of popping in there and starting to make myself feel at home, if that makes sense. The first couple of times I went down there, it was difficult because it was a new shop, it had just opened, I didn't know anyone, and yeah, I panicked. Full scale panic. Would go in, I would literally pick up what I wanted, pay for it. The guys there are lovely, they are absolutely amazing. They try and talk to me and it would literally be I could not get out there quick enough. It's what I'm like with most new shops and stuff like that. But I started going down there and just trying to have a conversation and make myself feel a bit more at home and relaxed and stuff, which worked, to be honest. They then started to organise a Malifaux RPG down there. It's called Through the Breach and stuff. It's a really good system, and it was something I had to give a lot of thought about, because it was gonna be in a room with people I didn't know and actually having to talk and interact and stuff. And yeah, but I went with it. I kind of decided to do it. I'll admit, first night, on the way down there, I got off the train, I then promptly threw up. I was literally that nervous about it. Yeah, silly, but it's one of the things I deal with. But yeah, so started going. Fortunately, on the first evening it was literally just me and another guy who turned up, which was fine, and it was all about character creation and stuff like that, so I kind of got to know him. I got to know Scott, who works at the shop, who was running it, a bit better, and by the end of the evening I was feeling a bit more relaxed. And yeah, then the following fortnight more people were introduced. They were also very nice and stuff like that, and it worked well. On that front, What I will say is I did let people know beforehand about it, and the fact that I could kind of go a bit there and have to step outside for 10-15 minutes just to chill out and stuff. And with that, it actually helped because I didn't feel as much pressure as everybody looking at me, and if my reactions were a bit off, they'd know why, rather than just, oh, he's a bit odd, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's been going on. Yeah, that helped build my confidence. I then decided to go take part in a Malifaux tournament at the shop. Yet again, one person turned up, which was okay. It was all good. And it was a completely random person that I'd never met before, and I was playing a game against him. I let him know beforehand that, yeah, potentially I could freak out a bit, and I wasn't 100% on the rules and stuff. And yeah, he was really nice and helpful and understanding, and it was all good. I've since met other people that I've sort of gamed with, and they're my friends and stuff. I won't go down there just randomly looking for a game as of yet, but that may happen. And yeah, now I'm going to Salute, which is going to be fun. Going to London all by myself and then going to a random place. I get to meet everybody that I've kind of got to know. Well, not quite everybody, but lots of people that I've got to know through Facebook and stuff like that. So that'll be good. It's going to be a major test for me, I'm not going to lie, and yes, I'm a little bit about it, but it's one of those things, and I'm just going to suck it up and deal with it and go, because there's no reason not to. In terms of advice on how to deal with it, it is literally just try and get to know people before you start playing or anything like that. And just try and make yourself feel a bit more comfortable in the venue you're playing in. And really, really, really try not to let things hold you back. You can think of all the negatives and all the bad stuff that potentially could happen, and you have a whole room full of people laughing at you. Yeah, you can, but it's not going to happen. It really isn't going to happen, and I know it's worrying and I know it's scary, and I just hope that this video might help one other person. If it helps one other person do what I've managed to do this year, brilliant, because this isn't a cry for attention for me or anything like that. It really isn't. And to all the wonderful, brilliant people who have tried to help me out this year, and really, really have, you're all amazing, and thank you so much. Alright, that is my doorbell. I better go. Please leave a comment if you like the video, if you don't like the video, and yeah, thank you for watching. You take care. Bye.